Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to today's video called Preparing to Harvest. Hopefully you guys can hear me very well. I'm currently here at an outdoorsy park here in Astoria. So today's topic, right, preparing the harvest, okay? Preparing the field. What does that mean? So currently right now, this season of my life, the season of my time right now, I'm currently going through a period of, you could say, stillness, right? Quiet. It seems like what is going on? It just doesn't seem like things are really adding up to where you want it to be, And I was inspired by so many things. I would say, namely, the Holy Spirit to make this video talking about preparing the harvest, right? And so, hear me out, okay? So, imagine you have a field, right? Or you have a garden or a crop that you're trying to tend to. You have to prepare it. You have to till the soil. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You have to put the seeds in. You have to wait patiently. Patiently, oftentimes, there might be seasons of storms. There might be, maybe a wild animal comes in and ravages the field. You never know, right? So these things are all part and parcel of tending to a field and preparing for a bountiful and plentiful harvest, right? So that is kind of the whole premise of this video, kind of what I'm trying to allude to when talking about this season in life, which you watching this, my dear viewer, you might be actually going through it yourself as well. And oftentimes in life, we go through several episodes and iterations and seasons of this, right? Of just tending to the field, waiting patiently, preparing and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first phase of tending to a field or a harvest, right? The seed is planted, it is hidden, it is buried, it is underground, right? Now this might look like for you, just as it has looked for me in the past, and currently to some sort of extent, maybe isolation. Maybe you're not out, or you're not as public or as open as you would like to be. Maybe you're not at the forefront of things as you intend to be in. You're just kind of you're laying low. You're cooking, I would say, right? As we say nowadays, you're cooking. You're laying low. You're not really out there. You're not really and that is the first, I guess, phase. One of the main phases of what it means to prepare the harvest and stuff, right? So yes, it might look like weeks, months, maybe even years, where you're low key, working hard, building, you're doing this, that, and the third, inch by inch, step by step, you're slowly building up, right? You're slowly building up. You're not to where you want to be. You're not this star. There's not all these eyes on you, but yet you're slowly building. You're cooking, okay? Let it marinate, baby, okay? This is an essential part of preparing the harvest. Just as you would do if you're preparing an actual harvest, you yourself are a harvest. So just sit there and just let it cook. It takes time. It's not gonna come overnight. It's not gonna come instantaneously. It's gonna take time. It's gonna build. Okay, let it build. Let it cook. Have patience. Okay, that's I would say part one. I would say the second part, or all these are all in combination as well, by the way, would be watering and nurturing, okay? So let's say those self-care things that you put off in previous seasons. Let's say going and attending to a lot of your basic or even non-basic needs, right? Making those appointments, reaching out to certain people, to certain organizations, whatever it is that you might require in your season. You're watering, you're nurturing, okay? Seeking mental health therapy or whatever. You're watering, you're nurturing, eating right, working out, going out, just doing the things that make you feel human, and make you feel seen, and make you feel alive. That is an essential part of, I would say, this journey and this season. You have to water yourself, you have to nurture yourself, you have to practice self-care to assert to as much as you can. Just doing those things that are beneficial to you, and they can help propel you to a better future, and to the future that you actually want and you actually see for yourself. So yes, watering, nurturing, positivity, just doing that, hunting the good stuff, as we would call back when I was in the military. Just always just going after that all the time, okay? Taking your vitamins, supplements, nutrients, good food. Like I said before, all these things are essential at this part. You're preparing yourself for your harvest, a harvest that's bountiful and plentiful, a harvest that might even exceed your dreams and your expectations. So you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you are in the best state to accept that harvest once it arrives. And I'll say a third part, and probably the most essential part, and I feel like that this applies to life period, right? To any sort of stage you might find in life, whether you're in this period of nurturing, being patient, staying low key and stuff, or you've already made it, or wherever you are in life. I don't know who you are if you're watching this, but patience is key. Okay, being patient, faith over fear. Okay, I know. Maybe perhaps where you're at in your life, just like me right now, you don't see the finish line. And honestly, in life, there is no finish line. Life is a journey. It's always a journey. There's no finish line. Once you reach a certain milestone, the goalpost moves. This is what it is. But let's say you're not where you're at. You're not where you are at. You're not where you want to be right now. Let's just say that. Okay. Okay. Faith and patience. Okay. Yes, things might not look the way you want them to look like. You might not be in the best state wherever it may be right now. That's okay, and that's fine, okay? Patience and having just strong faith that, hey, it's going to get better. Things are going to start to look up whenever they do. I have full faith and full trust in the universe and God and fate and whatever. Just having that is the most, I would say, most important thing ever. Okay, and like I said, all these three things are in combination with each other. Okay, it is just what it is. Okay, I mean, you might have to live below your means for a while. You may have to sacrifice for a bit. You may have to, whatever, and that is all in a journey to arriving at a destination that you want to arrive at. So that's what it is. And at the end of the journey, through perseverance, through faith, excuse me, through just pushing through and everything like that, the harvest is going to be immense. It's going to be amazing. Okay, the end result, whatever. Like I said before, there is no quote unquote end result, but arriving to where you want to arrive, it is possible. It is more than possible. Okay, through just doing your best every day, doing whatever you can. Bit by bit, step by step, okay, you will arrive at that point. You will arrive at that harvest. You arrive at that point where it's like, oh my God, wow, all this, it built me, to get here and stuff. And also on top of that too, throughout this journey, you might face things that are actually, maybe harrowing, things that are scary, things that, situations, circumstances that you might would have never thought you would have been in, ever, right? Until you are in situations and circumstances. Have faith and just go through those situations and circumstances, right? With full faith, full hope, striving hard, working hard, doing your best, okay? Yes, I mean, that's just the nature of life and stuff, and I am a walking testament to that right now. Currently, right now, I just moved recently to New York. It is absolutely crazy. I would say maybe in like later on, after the storm, I would say has kind of passed a little bit, I would probably share more details about my circumstances currently. However, they are really less than optimal, I would say, right? And that's all right. That's all right. Okay. Things happen sometimes. Circumstances are not what we would like them to be, and we just have to just keep pushing forward and moving forward and doing our best, right? So there you have it, everyone. That is to today's video, preparing the harvest. I try my best not to make it too long, because I know a lot of my previous videos were a bit on the longer side, and I know we all have an attention span of goldfish. But if you made it to the end of this video, or if you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much, and God bless you. And I really hope that you take away some sort of just benefit from this video and stuff like that, and from what I'm saying, and you really reflect on it and stuff, okay? And think about it yourself as well, okay? Almost every single bad situation or bad circumstance or bad time you've had in your life and stuff, right? I'm sure if you really think hard enough, you can glean a lot of nuggets of information, or maybe you learned something new about yourself. Maybe you were like, oh god damn, I didn't know I was that strong to withstand this circumstance or this storm or this challenge, right? So do some really good self-reflection and self-thought and stuff, because I can say personally, for me, I can testify right now, throughout almost every I'll say actually every single, awful or harrowing or scary or trifling or challenging circumstance that I've been through in life, and trust me, I've been through a lot. I've always learned something new. I grow and change as a person in the best of ways. And that is just what it is. And I feel like all these things are preparing me and preparing you watching this for something even better. Okay? Yeah. You went through this challenge. You went through this. You went through that. You had to conquer this, whatever. Right? To eventually be in a place where you were always meant to be, which is someplace amazing. So there you have it, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Suggest me more videos. And as always, have a blessed day, everyone.